Peace and blessings, everybody. We are here in the conference room. I told you it was time that we were going to reveal what's going on with the West and the East. So there's nothing scripted here. This is the ancestors speaking through us and what we've been able to do. All right. We are now located in Fulton County, Georgia, with Imam Chade Akbar, his nephew Shahid Ali. We have Brother Prince Michaels here as well. Prince Michael is ambassador for the Kikuyu tribe. I got my brother here, also new co-founder for New Money, and myself, as you know, this is Brother Tobiah, the founder of New Money, also ambassador, and is here to be a servant to the brothers and sisters. All right, so we're gonna start off by talking is alluding to our ownership of Fulton County, brothers and sisters. All right, I want brothers and sisters who are listening to this message right now understand the truth of what has happened, not what's going to happen, what has happened. All right, we have successfully obtained ownership of Fulton County, Georgia, under Akbar Associates Enterprises charter, all right, and government. It has been established, it's locked in the Library of Congress, and we have documentation to show and prove, because documentation beats conversation every single time. We're not just here to just talk, we're actually here to show and prove what we have done and what we are moving to do as well. So Imam Chade Akbar, who is here with us, he is the Imam and he's the founder of Akbar Associates Enterprises. Brother, I want you to first let the people know how you came to obtain ownership of Akbar Associates Enterprises as well as Fulton County.
Akbar Associates Enterprises Corporation was founded in the 1980s, early 1980s. It came out of necessity, a society of conglomerates, of businesses that would expand globally. Started in the office, a small office here in Atlanta, Georgia. We then took and wrote a document that we would call a mission statement. And we submitted that mission statement to the Library of Congress in the form of copyrighted. And as a result of that, we was blessed to obtain what is termed a divine creed or a constitution that produced our own government. Having said that, God seemed fit to bless us to, as a government, to obtain land or land ownership that was granted to us some years after the copyright document of Akbar and Associates. We were able to successfully apply by way of petition of right to obtain a certificate of title. And that title is now, and has been since July 11, 2003, that title has been in our possession as ownership of a vast sum of land, approximately 523 square miles. We are now in possession of the title, the certificate of title, which is signed, sealed, and now delivered to our hands. This is a copy verifying that by way of certificate of title certified that we are now in possession of a land description which is approximately 523 square miles. I also would like for you to witness the manner in which we obtain the certificate of title, which is termed abstract of title, or legal history of how Akbar and Associates obtained a direct connection with the legal description of the land, which is approximately, again, 523 square miles. This document is termed abstract of title or legal history of the title, in which case you'd have to subscribe to this by way of, how do you say, download or...
Yeah, we'll have the website will be built within a few weeks, brothers and sisters. You'll be able to make a small donation to get your hands on a copy. But you'll definitely be able to go online and review all of the documents here, as well as other documents that you're probably not going to see here on this live. They will all be readily available for download on the official Akbar Associates Enterprise website.
And this is a copy of the document that's been now in the Library of Congress for approximately 37, 38 years. It is an ancient document. Again, it reflects our government. It reflects the structure, the infrastructure of Akbar and Associates Enterprise Incorporation, self-government or private government. And so these are methods that we use to go about freeing ourselves, liberating ourselves and our brothers and sisters around the world.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right, so brothers and sisters, you see it there. All right, you basically have a gist. If you don't understand what you just saw and heard just now, then I advise you to check out the website when we do go live. But here is actual proof of documentation that we have acquired ownership of Fulton County legally with chartered land. All right. Here's the creed, my brothers, once again. Here's a legal newspaper publication that ran for 90 days on the website.
On the daily report.
On the daily report, you guys see it right there, Fulton County Daily Report, as well as the certificate of title. All right, obtained by the land court. All right, brothers and sisters. So, with that being said, I want my brother Shahid. Shahid, do you have any input that you want to add on to the spirit, the divine right now? Is there anything that the ancestors want you to say in regards to what this is to you personally as a nephew of Imam?
This is unprecedented, and this is a long time coming. Our people are waiting for a change. People are tired of hearing about the problem and watching people and personalities get paid about the problem. People are tired of that. We need solution. A lot of our brothers and sisters, good Christian brothers, good Muslim brothers, or Hebrew brothers, Rasta brothers, are just getting fed up. And they're leaving the temple, they're leaving the church, they're leaving the mosque, and they're going to the streets because there's no solution. When I came into this deen, al-Islam, I seen a superpower. I didn't just see a mere religion. So if I'm to just go to the mosque and just pray and pay taxes and be jolly, no, I don't want that. I want it all, because that is our birthright. Our right is to have land, public domain. We own public domain. This is ours. Just like we own the White House. We own everything here. We built the White House. We built this country. So our people are very fed up with talking. We have to save ourselves. We have to activate the savior mechanism within ourselves. We have to come together collectively and mind our minds to find the imminent solution that may spark revolution and change. There are higher beings in all faiths on the planet, and our mission and goal is to connect the dots so that people can see. Connect the dots so that the brother on the street can be like, oh, that's what that is. That's what we're here for. We're here for this. So I bring forth me to be a shade of all the ancestors, all our luminaries and our trailblazers that have died. So we're not fearing nothing right here, right now. This is the vortex of the Most High. Our ancestors are present. The Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey is present, Ashe. El Hajj Mika Shabazz is present, Ashe.
Ashe.
Okay? Honorable Noble Drew Ali is present, Ashe.
Ashe.
All of our brothers who have died are present. The Creator says, Speak not of my servants as if they are dead. They are not dead. They are alive. They are shaheeds. And shaheed is a witness or a martyr. So we are here to bring forth real revolutionary change. You are the Savior. Save yourselves. And to enhance that Savior mechanism, come together collectively. Form think tanks in your locality. Because this is a time, just as in the time of Mama Earth, and in the time of Noah, Mama Earth cried out to her Lord because of all the frustration and all the chaos and bloodshed that was going on. So she cried out to her Lord, and Allah opened up the firmaments. He made it rain. But Noah built the ark. Right now, it is not a flood, but it is a flood of human emotions. Humans are emotional because of what's taking place upon the planet. They're emotional. So we have to get together in our locality and build think tanks. We have to form our ark very quickly, because even though you watching LeBron James, you watching sports in the Super Bowl, you thinking everything is okie dokie, everything is okay. It is not. These people form think tanks. These people plan for 200, 300, 400 years out for your and our demise. Mankind is at war with humanity. And humanity, people from you are catching hell from all over the planet. So it is time to come together. No more talking. No more debating. No more going to watch somebody yap yap whistling. That's my uncle said. If they're not bringing forth real solution, they're just whistling Dixie.
All right.
They're just blowing a bunch of hot air.
I mean, you see, there's 5 brothers in this room right now. There's 5 of us in this room right now. All right, 5 of us, brothers and sisters. And really and truly, this is all it takes. where 2 and 3 is together, the Most High Spirit is. So even if brothers and sisters don't catch on in the masses, we don't really care, because we already know what we're making it happen. Period. What we affirm to happen is happening and happening. It's going to happen. You can't stop it.
That's right.
You feel me, brothers? So this message goes out to all who are resonating with this message. We're not calling everybody. We're calling those who are meant to hear this message, period. And you know who you are, because you're here watching this right now. All right, you're bearing witness to ownership of a vast sum of land. All right, 523 square miles of land. There goes Fulton County right there, brothers and sisters, and that's the same document as well.
And if you look at Fulton County, people, look at Fulton County. Fulton County is an upside-down machete held by a fist. That's that same machete we use to cut down sugar cane.
That's exactly what you're talking about, brothers.
Fulton County is that machete that our ancestors used to cut down sugar cane and other stuff. So let's come together. Whatever you are, Christian, Muslim, whatever you are.
Put away the petty differences, brothers.
It doesn't matter. Come together. Let's unify.
We got more similarities than differences, and the similarities is what really gonna bring us together. The differences is what the oppressor is using against us to keep us running and spinning our tires right now. All right, brothers and sisters. So all of this is real relevant to the historical facts of the other side of the planet and what's going on right now on that side, and just the climate of everything in media, and ironically certain things that's surfacing at this 400-year end of oppression that our brothers and sisters have been going through. All right, so Brother Prince Michaels, I want you to let the brothers know that, and I know a lot of brothers and sisters who've been following you already know, you've been installed as Prince, and also the ambassador, the direct ambassador for the African Americans in the diaspora, for the Kikuyu elders and the tribe of the Kikuyu people. You were installed right here in Georgia. All right, what were you installed right here in Fulton County, or was it outside of it?
Well, it was in Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain.
That's
Fulton County.
Okay, yeah.
See, this is all divine, brothers and sisters.
Right.
Without even knowing of this, he was installed right here on sovereign land.
Yes, sir.
All right, brothers and sisters. So I want you to expound on how this is kind of relevant to the elders in the East and how they feel about us as the diaspora and us obtaining solidarity which is one of the key components they want from us, for us to be able to make that link back and to be even accepted, in the sense to be revealed to what they have been hiding from those who don't need to see what they have. You know, what has been hidden for the last 800 years, not even 800 years, more than 800 years. Thousands of years they have protected our sacred scrolls from the oppressors. Just let them know, brothers and sisters, let them know how this is relevant to the elders of Mount Kenya, and how this could expound for the diaspora.
Well, self-empowerment, self-sufficiency, and being a closed circuit, being a unit, is at the central core of who we are, and the essence of who we are as a people and as a nation. When it comes to progressing our people, you have ideas, you have actions, you have real solutions, you know, and when you come across, you know, the energy that's here in this room right now, documentation, real history, you know, you can see the history in the amount of inches of paperwork. You know, these things don't come overnight. You know, the deed being awarded right here to the city of, or the county of Fulton, where the city of Atlanta is. When we look at it from a symbolic perspective, Atlanta is known as the city of the Falcons, the Hawks. You know, some of the biggest attributes to Atlanta, you know, would be, you know, those symbolisms there, because sports is so big, but it's deeper than sports. The hawk, the falcon, these are symbolisms of who we are as a people. The Shabahadi, as I had mentioned, you know, the 24 elders, the high chiefs, the exalted chiefs, as they're mentioned in the Quran, which is really symbolic there with the 24 elders. These were also called the Falcons. The elders were called the Falcons. And that symbol of the falcon is a royal symbol, it's a divine symbol. So it's no coincidence that the largest ownership of land, black-owned land, that I have ever heard of in America would be right here in this exact locality. So to me, it shows and reveals that everything is in divine order. Everything is going according to plan. This is a return of a divine energy to exalt and to reestablish and to restore, rehabilitate, you know, the damage to the chosen ones over the last cycle of time that, you know, we are transitioning out of. So this, to me, shows that the transition is real. The generations, you know, before us, you know, had their purpose, and, you know, we have to salute what they did, especially coming up through the 50s and the 60s and the civil rights. And we have to now acknowledge that this generation that's coming after us, the babies, the infants who are walking the earth right now, you know, we have to clear the way for them. We have to give them the tools that they need. We had to get the tools that we needed, which was the internet, you know, even opportunity to equal employment and, you know, affirmative action and these different things that kind of level the economic playing field. Those were the tools that we needed. But those are not the tools that the babies need. The tools that the babies need to do what they're here to do is sitting right there on the table. They need land. They need land. They need unity. They need oneness of the community. They need clarity. They need that which is in the dark to come to the light. They need truth. They need the right, proper guidance. You see what I'm saying? These are the tools that they need. Once again, stressing the land. They need security. And that's what we have to provide. We have to take control of our environment, of our situation, and make sure that we do not allow our destiny to fall in the hands of those who want to see our demise. and those who've been planning our demise for hundreds of years, as Brother Shaheed said. So this is a sign of the times that's to come, and a sign of the times that we're in right now, and confirmation of what we need to be doing. If you've never seen nobody do it, now you have. When we say we need to own land, it means we need more documentation like that on the table. We need more documents like this. Fulton County, this today is the 24th of February. That number 24 I had mentioned earlier about the 24 elders. When you speak about the 24 elders, you're talking about the divine rulership, the high council of the nation.
Wow.
And on this 24th day of the so-called Black History Month, which we can alchemize that energy into what we need it to be, as social alchemists, meaning we don't have to be victims of the energy that's surrounding, or the energy that's trying to influence us to be who they want us to be. Society wants us to be negative. They want us to be depressed. They want us to feel hopeless because they do all of these things to realize that type of response from us. But as the social alchemists, meaning we are able to transform through mysterious ways sometimes, You don't know why I'm smiling. I've just been drugged through the mud. Why is he still smiling? Because he's a social alchemist. That person took that experience and seen it as a lesson to be learned. He's learning something from being drugged through the mud. So you're not able to kill his spirit, even though they want to harm our physical anatomy. So what we need to do is we need to replicate the spirit that's in this energy right now, that's in this moment right now. We have to replicate this and duplicate this all over the entire world, not just the country that we're in right now. So I want to say I'm humbled, I'm excited about the future, and I'm looking. I want to meet who's the next ones that's going to produce the documentation, and not just the documentation, but express the intention of the documentation being for the upliftment and the progress, the forward motion of the original and the chosen, us, our people, those who need to be restored or who are being restored. We are restored. Ashe.
So brothers and sisters, I just got a quick glimpse of the importance of what the Western diaspora is doing. Right? We are truly doing the work, brothers and sisters. We have completed. All right, this is something that's been established, brothers and sisters, since 1980. This creed here in Akbar Associates Enterprise has been established since 1980. It's over 30 years now, brothers and sisters. The reason why you haven't heard about it is because this brother here, Imam Shede Akbar, was a very wise man, and he wasn't the one to go completely public about it, but humbled himself for the perfect timing, right? Because it wasn't about him, or to be the one to say I am the one to it was about Akbar Associates. Hear what I said, Akbar and Associates and Enterprise. This is talking about the nation. This is for the people. And if you read this creed, brothers and sisters, you could screenshot that, because that's real clear. And y'all can read that for yourself and see what it really means for the people. All right? Melanated people. And all people as well. Because when dealing with us, you're dealing with all people, because we are the fathers and mothers of all people. All right? So, brothers, the spirit, sisters, the spirit that is invoked right now on the 24th, which it went right over my head the whole day, that today's the 24th. So we're talking about the high priests and the high councils coming together to speak about true liberation of our people. All right, so that was the first thing that we wanted to talk about, is the land ownership of Fulton County, the reality of it being real. We're going to do our part in making sure the world knows about this, and making sure that our brothers and sisters know about this. We're not hiding this, we're not afraid of anybody when it comes to sharing this information. We have no fear in our hearts at all about anything when it comes to this information, brothers and sisters. It will be publicized, and they can't do anything about it, period. All right? And secondly, what we want to get into, I know my brother was just finished talking, but we want to get into our pilgrimage to Mount Kenya in December. All right? Brothers and sisters, this is a very, very unique opportunity for the diaspora to take a part of right now. And you could do this knowing that here in the West, we have solidarity. All right? Even if it's just us 5 brothers here, you know there's solidarity somewhere in this country, in the West. Right? So making that pilgrimage back to the East to see what our elders have kept for us for this exact moment, all right, is something that's going to revitalize the entire globe. Even those who don't even realize they're going to receive some energy. They're going to be blessed by what the few chosen will be doing for the rest of the world. Only by the decree of the Most High. Right? Only by the will of the Most High. So, brothers and sisters, for only $144. And if you're here in the diaspora, here in America, it's tax deductible, so you could write it off at the end of the year. But only for $144, you could take a pilgrimage round trip to Mount Kenya in this December. If you want more information, go to pilpal.org. Again, that's pilpal.org. All right, you can get more information on that. And secondly, we're also revealing the original scrolls of Moses, something that's going to put to rest all the dogma that our brothers and sisters have been arguing about for the longest, and who's better, who got the right information. Here's one thing that's constant with everything. The one commandment. Love the Most High with all your heart. Period. Right? And our different cultures have many names for the Most High, but one thing we do know about the Most High is the Most High is one, and the Most High is the creator of all of us. Period. That's one constant in all of our different cultures, religions, spiritualities. It's all the same. There's always one. And as us, we definitely God's too, but we little g, and we have to make sure we understand and never become complacent or get too big-headed with knowing that. But yes, indeed, we are little gods. We were created in his image and in his likeness. So I want to bring it back to my brother St. Michael to just let the audience know one more time about this pilgrimage, being that he is the ambassador. He is the direct ambassador, the prince. He was installed, right? But he is the direct ambassador for the diaspora. Brothers and sisters, this man has done a lot of work. He has put in a lot of work to make this happen. Right, this is a life mission for this brother. So without any further ado, I want to just let him expound on the pilgrimage and the revealing of the original scrolls. All right, so brother St. Michael's.
Peace, family. We reached a time where, once again, the purpose is shifting. We're in an age, in a time of transition, where at one time, matter of fact, I like to quote the elders who appointed me to be ambassador, because as an ambassador, that's all I'm doing is forwarding the messages from the elders to the audience who may not be exposed to the elders or may not be checking for the elders. But let me tell you, the elders are there. They're very relevant. The seers. When I say the elders, I'm speaking about the seers of Mount Kenya, the guardians of the sacred tablets, the guardians of the scrolls, as attested by even the Hopi tribe over here in America, the Native Americans, the other end of the guardianship. Now, we're in a time of transition where the elders said all civilizations have a time to rise and a time to fall. So we took our time to fall thousands of years ago. And where the people who are running the world today, they were on their ascension path thousands of years ago. But the key word was thousands of years ago. As it was then, it is not right now. The times are different. It is time for us to ascend, and it's time for them to decline. It's balance. So, since it's time for us to ascend, there are certain rites, certain things we need to do, or certain things that are done in times such as these. Keep in mind, we've never experienced these times before. So one of these things we're going to do is we're going to take a pilgrimage to the holy mountain, the sacred mountain, where they call Mount Zion, or Zion in our indigenous language. We would say Zion, which is the mountain of peace. The philosophy of peace is that when you have what you need, you have peace. And when you don't have what you need, you don't have peace. Remember, African philosophy is very simple. So you don't have to read too deep into that. Right now, we are going to go pray for peace. They say the Kikuyu seers, the high priest, they say they do not pray for anything material. They only pray for peace because of the philosophy. You need, when you have what you need, you have peace. So just pray for peace. So we're going to do what they call a Mount Kenya prayer walk. It's done as a last resort option when other solutions are not working. When all else fails, the ancient holy men of Africa knew that they could go to Mount Kenya, to the beginning of the Nile River, and they could do a prayer walk around the sacred mountain, stopping 7 times in 6 different locations, because the first and the last location is the same location. And they pray towards the mountain with the hands raised, praying for peace in the sacred and in the ancient tongues. Thai, the Dayagai, Thai. Peace, peace, God give us peace. These are the words that are said 3 times. As far as the program goes, I'm very excited to tell y'all about the program. I just wanted to give you some history before I told you about the actual program. Now, the program is very straightforward. We have 144,000 slots available for this. It's a implementation, a project implementation system on getting things done. This particular program for the pilgrimage is dealing with 144,000 people registering with PilPal on the website, pilpal.org. Once you register, we have structured agreements with, in this particular case, the diplomats there who are giving us access to Africa's resources. Understand, I repeat, Africa's resources, the same resources have used to oppress the entire world, to build their empire, their multi-trillion-dollar empire, using these same resources there in Africa. We now have our birthrights with this program, in terms of, or what I mean by that is, we were given access by a very high-level diplomat who's in the western region of Africa. And we have access to those resources in that western region of Africa, to use that as a budget enhancer. Once we register 144,000 people, that creates an initial working budget. That budget will be enhanced through the resources of Africa. Once that budget is enhanced, then that budget will be able to pay for everybody's travel expenses. So that is the whole purpose of the program, is to pay the travel expenses for 144,000 people of African descent who are living in the diaspora, to go to the sacred mountain on that sacred spiritual pilgrimage. This is not, and we really want to emphasize the sacred spiritual pilgrimage side of it. Yes, we are excited to go to Africa. Everyone should be. There's so much wealth there in terms of history, wisdom, connectivity with our people. But once again, we want to stress, we're looking for people who understand the spiritual importance of this pilgrimage and getting this done. Those are the ideal people who will go on this pilgrimage. And once we do that, there are other activities and value that we have enshrined into this vision of ours. But we really want to emphasize that this is going to change. This is going to change what's going on in the world. It's going to change what's going on in our society as a people. This is the year for it. The time, understanding the 400 years, the first slave touched down in 1619. And 400 years later is going to be next year, 2019. So this is the time for us to be making these type of moves. that are going to have spiritual impact, intergenerational impact, and even the highest level of governments have acknowledged this. When we look at the United Nations, they declared an international decade for people of African descent. And that decade started in 2014 or 2015, and it lasts all the way to 2020 or 2024, I'm sorry. So all the signs are indicating that if you're looking for the moment or the right time to do those power moves for the people, for our people, and for our restoration, now is definitely the time. This is the time. So don't look at big moves when you see things, or when you see the spirits or the people, where we are spirits. So when I say spirits, I'm referring to your own people. When you see your people bringing forward these grand ideas that may appear to be, or at one time may have been larger than life, you have to understand you're in a new time now. You're in a period of transition. You're in an age of transition where things that seemed big and humongous 20 or 30 years ago is actually probably going to be very more so normal nowadays. Just get used to hearing big things. Get used to seeing people pulling out deeds of ownership of over 587 square miles of land, popular land that you know. And you're saying, wow, how could a black man be the owner of this land here? How could this be possible? Get used to it. Get used to it, because many things that were hidden are going to be revealed, because we are in the times of that revelation and of that unveiling. So just get used to it. Another big thing is this pilgrimage. So go to the website, pillpal.org. If you are one of those people whose destiny is intertwined with this pilgrimage, then go. Go to the website with full confidence, register. You can also register to be a part of the revelation of the scrolls. Yes, we do have those ancient sacred scrolls which created all Abrahamic faiths. We have the original documentation safely secured, and as well, what they call the Ark of the Covenant is secured as well. Many people feel as if, it was lost or we don't have it. No. The people who are assigned custodianship of these sacred artifacts of the Most High, trust me, they were given the wisdom to protect them properly, and they have been protected properly for many years. So PillPal.org, that's the movement. 144,000 to go to the mountain, and 144,000 co-executive producers to produce that documentary that's going to reveal to the world what the original artifacts and documents say. And that's it.
I mean, Ashe, brothers. So, man, and I also want to add on to that, brothers and sisters that are watching. If you decide to invest in any one of those projects, to be a co-executive producer or to be a pilgrim, all right, to Mount Kenya, any donation you make of 144 or more grants you 10 new money cryptocurrency tokens. All right, and I'm not going to expound on new money in its fullness here on this live feed, because brothers and sisters, I've been going live about it for the longest, but I want you to know new money is not just a coin that you could get through the PillPal organization, but also understand that Akbar Associates Enterprise also is secured with new money. All right, there's no details on that right now, but just know that Akbar Associates Enterprise is secure. All right, there's a reserve locked in with a large sum of money, of new money for Akbar Associates Enterprise. So that goes to show and prove that the government itself already have their own currency, its own economical plans already situated. That's not ran by a small group of closed doors, but by the people themselves. All right, so any brothers and sisters who do get involved with anything that we do, understand that you're doing this for your people. You're not doing this for any small group of individuals or even for yourself. Right? You're doing this for the people, and the spirit of the people is the Most High. So by doing right for the whole people, which is the spirit of the righteous, you're doing right by the Most High. All right, so if there's anything else, brothers, is there anything else you want to just naturally just get off let them know. I know Brother Craig definitely got something that he wants to get off his chest.
I've been just letting it simmer on my chest, and I appreciate any of our followings, our families, our friends, our relatives, our brothers and sisters that have been tuned into these live feeds. If you've been watching, then you've been blessed. That's the first and foremost thing that I want to get across. This movement of solidarity of the 5 brothers in this room, along with the various resources that we've been able to attain amongst ourselves, it doesn't just speak for this organization, Akbar and Associates. It doesn't just speak for PillPal. It doesn't just speak for New Money. We stand in solidarity to speak for the masses of our people. And this is a communal effort. And honestly, you guys, it isn't going to work if we don't have cooperation, if we don't reach out to you. What we're doing here is putting ourselves in position to acquire and move forward in making the moves to secure our plan. Secure the 10 projects within New Money's infrastructure that we're hoping to revitalize our African diaspora with, to make sure that the efforts to get our people to Mount Kenya this December are fulfilled. There are a lot of things at stake, but these are simply the small stepping stones towards our goal, and that is economic solidarity for the diaspora worldwide. So understand, although we are starting here in Fulton County, this is our grassroots. This is where we will plant our seed initially. It doesn't end here. And for it to continuously grow and flourish, we need the spirit. Like my brother St. Michael said, we need spirits to join in communal effort for the advancement of our people. So I just wanted to charge our people. If you're watching these live feeds, if you're sitting at home and you may be an entrepreneur, you may be a brother and sister of influence, you may be a person that is just moved in your spirit to do something different. That's why I'm sitting here. You know, all of us have our various contribution to this mission. Throughout, I've been a co-founder of New Money, mainly handling a lot of our communications, a lot of our marketing, a lot of our targeting, and figuring out how we can effectively reach our people where they are. So understand that if you aren't privy, if you're a person that hasn't been privy to this information before, you're going to see a lot more of it. And I wanted to prepare hearts and minds for that moving forward. A lot of new things, especially in the entertainment world, have been preparing us for it. I know a lot of you, including some of the brothers here in this room, have seen Black Panther maybe a few times. Mm-hmm. Understand and overstand what that means for our people. Yes, it's a movie. Yes, it's entertainment, and we're not going to get into a debate about it. But what we are saying is that when we see images with our eyes, we witness these things, and they're locked into our memories, they're locked into our hearts, and they resonate with us. Let that resonation guide you. It might be a sweet, small voice from one of our elders, one of our ancestors reaching out to you to charge your heart, to charge your mind and your spirit towards a goal with the 5 brothers that are sitting here in this room. If you have a talent, have a skill, have an idea to bring to the table, this is a think tank. The door here is not closed. Please bring your talents, bring your spirits, bring openness, bring all of your gifts to the storehouse so that we can stock up for our people. It's time.
Shit. All right, so Brother Shahidi, you got anything you want to say, Mom?
I just want to say that the 5 of us that are here, I'm very delighted to be a part of it. I'm just one of the points on the 5-pointed star, and that is why I invite you all to let Akbar be your star.
Amen. All right, brothers and sisters. So, Shahid, you got any closing you wanted to add to that?
I mean, for those, peace and blessings for you who are viewing. It's not going to take a long time. It's not going to take a lot of us, just a few of us, a collective few.
Amen.
You've been born for this. I feel I've been born for this. This day was seen by the Most High. This day was seen by Thought, who had the quill. This day was seen by the ancestors. This is written about The ancestors are rejoicing right now. They are really rejoicing. The angels are in ranks. Their spirit, if the Most High allows upon to either remove the veil from this realm to the next, we will be like this. We'll be in tears because we are coming together. Our higher selves have already come together. All right? Me and Brother Tobiah, Brother Prince Michael, Brother Craig, it's our first time meeting. We've been building on this for years. And now the Most High says, kun fa kun, be and it is. And once the Most High decrees a thing, who's going to stop him? Who's going to go and withdraw that decree from the Most High? The source, as the Jedi say. So we are the real illuminated ones. We are the Illuminati. Boo. Don't be scared. We are the illuminated ones coming back. And so we are here to terraform our whole thought process, to terraform our whole society. Because how long can we sit back while they're cloning the seeds, selling seedless fruits? How long can we sit back while they're cropping and cloning our people? Taking our babies and putting black ink on the baby's foot. As soon as the baby come out, you put black ink on the baby's foot. Take our birth certificate, take our social security card, and it's a commodity on Wall Street. But yet there's a contract. It's homeless people out here in Fulton County, all over the world. But yet, and you're saying you're in the deficit? No, you're not. You are a vampire. You are a succubus, incubus society. And your time has come. This is it. We are activating the savior mechanism within our people. We don't have to look for a savior. We are the savior within ourselves. So when we come together collectively, it's a wrap. Like I said earlier, there are higher beings in all religions. The Most High has humor. Right, Brother Tobiah?
Very true.
The Most High has humor.
He's very strict, but that don't get it confused that he is definitely the author of humor. He got humor, definitely.
So there are higher beings, there are light workers in all faiths on the planet. Don't get it twisted. And our job is to connect the dots so that all El Karoon can see that this is not hard. This is simple. It's easy to do, but it's easy not to do.
Yeah, not to cut you, brother. The most important thing is that you just have to have unwavering faith. You say you're gonna do something, and you just go do it without worrying who's gonna try to come stop you.
That's right.
All right. If you actualize that as a fact, the Most High is right there next to you. Like, all right, it's a fact. Nobody's gonna come to stop you. So, brothers and sisters, take in this energy. Watch this live feed once more. Watch it 4, 5, 6, 7 times if need be, until you can even remember some of the words we were just saying. Share this all over share this all over Facebook. Download this and repost it on YouTube, on your Facebook, all over. Let the people know that a black man has successfully grabbed over 500 acres of land. Not just through miles, over 523 square miles, which is bookland. That's over 30,000 acres, if I'm not mistaken. There's over 10 cities within.
Calculated before was 330,000 acres.
330,000? See, I was off by 200 and something thousand? You know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters? Give or take, right? Brothers and sisters, this is actual. You guys want the proof? The proof is right here, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, here's the proof.
That's proof.
This is the certificate of title. If you need to screenshot this right now, I'm trying to get it as clear as possible. Go ahead and screenshot if you want.
Yes.
All right, you can see it right there. This is directly from the land court. All right, and here's a publication.
From the Daily Reporter. The Daily Reporter.
From the Daily Reporter.
A legal newspaper. You put it in there, and if no one, from Supreme Court to Circuit Court, all
these courts here, this document went into. All of these courts, all of those jurisdictions.
And they couldn't say anything against our government.
They didn't say anything. after 90 days, all they could do is what they did is give a certificate of title to it.
Yes,
Put a
sir.
stamp on it.
Deal.
It's a done deal.
So y'all read that. Look at what's highlighted right there, brothers and sisters. Read that legal description. The legal description it goes to show and prove exactly what we have accomplished as Akbar Associates Enterprise.
And I want to say a thing about my uncle. Assalamu alaikum. This man here is powerful. He's humble, but this brother here is powerful a lot. Allah gives a power to whom He wills. Allah gives sovereignty to whom He wills. My uncle left home at 14 years old. 14. Right now we have the Savior's Day events going on. The Savior's Day event going on. My uncle left home at 14 years old. FY, Fruit of Islam, under Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Stephen, yeah, we would definitely.
The seed
Definitely.
that he heard from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. There you go. Right there. Right there.
So brothers and sisters, we see what we've shared with you so far. Just know there's a lot more. I don't know if you guys see that, but let's look at all this documentation. It's going to be publicized, brothers and sisters. It's more than what meets the eye. It's not what you think. This is beyond unprecedented.
And the Library of Congress showed me the seal for the library. Is this in the Library of Congress? Patent number. That's the seal from the Library of Congress right there.
There it is. Library of Congress seal, brothers and sisters.
And this is our seal. Our corporate seal. Our time is now, people. We have to unite.
Yes, sir.
This is
All
now.
right. So, brothers and sisters, we humbly accept all brothers and sisters who are resonating with this message. All right. This is a calling to those who are the chosen few. We already understand just by what we are right now, we are going to make what we need to make happen. But please believe, just one more is going to make us 1,000 stronger. 2 more is going to make us 100,000 stronger. We keep it coming, brothers and sisters. Any brothers who want to lock arms with us and want to go on the pilgrimage, want to come down here to Fulton County and start building, there's a lot of work that's going to be coming forward within a very short period of time. I've heard some brothers tell me just here on social media that some of the aspirations we have is a little bit out of reach. And I laugh at it because they're going to be the same ones trying to invest when it's already right in front of them.
That's right.
All right, Dubai was built literally in less than 2 decades, brothers and sisters, in less than 2 decades. All right, off of oil money, and I want to let you know that all money is an illusion to me personally, brothers and sisters. All right, we are the money. Now, this energy that we are resonating right now is worth over $500 billion. All right, brothers and sisters, this is energy. All right. An energy, a crate of $500 million sitting there by itself with no human beings to use it is worthless money. We are the true value of this world, right? We are, like in Black Panther, they tell you about vibranium. You know who is the vibranium? We are the vibranium. All right, in the Kikuyu elders' wisdom, you have the sacred rock named, what's it called? Ryuki, also known as Kenyite. All right, only found in 2 places in the world, Mount Kenya and Antarctica. All right, something that a lot of you guys could chew on and think about very slowly. Marinate on the fact that there's a rock on this planet only found 2 places in the world, Mount Kenya and in Antarctica. All right. But understand truly that we, the people, are the energy source that gives anything validity. All right, the only reason the dollar is in existence is because people use it, period. That's the only reason that the dollar is in existence is because we utilize it. The moment the people stop utilizing it, guess what? The money's now rendered useless. All right, so we need to change the paradigm, brothers and sisters, and that's exactly what we're doing, with or without anybody. Seriously. Even if and I'm not saying this, but within the next year, even if it's still just us 5, guess what? We're gonna get more done than 100,000 of you. Straight up. So, brothers and sisters, that's not to be boastful. That's just to show you the spirit of true you just being locked in. Period. Just being locked in and doing it without any apology of anybody opposing to what we want to do.
That's right.
All right, we're doing this by the will of the Most High, and if the Most High wills it, there's not a thing anybody on the planet could do about it. All right. So, one more time, if anybody has any last words of inspiration from the elders, speak now.
Ashe to the people.
Ashe.
Let's put our heads and hearts together, family. And I want to leave my people in their own thoughts. I want to leave you all in your own minds with the information that has just transpired over these streams. Delve into it. Rewatch these videos. Share them. Tell a friend. Tell your mom, your sisters, everyone. Tell everyone. Because the truth will be revealed one way or another. And it is up to us to take responsibility for ourselves, for our history, because if we don't, who will write our history? Who will write our story better than we can?
Wow.
Who? Y'all tell me.
Think about that one, brothers and
We'll
sisters.
catch y'all on the next live. Peace.
Shalom.
Peace.